What is a Keystone movie? With every season, it grows clearer. A cinematic echo ringing through the halls of film history. But why is that something we should care about? Armed with a new perspective, the Copycats will dive headfirst into these questions and more this season for Freaky Wednesday. Hello, and welcome to Keystone Copycats with Chris and Zach. I, of course, am your host, Zach, and he, of course, is your other host,
Randall Ribbenson.
Ribbenson. You're back on that?
Randall Ribbenson.
You're back on Ribbenson?
How you fucking doing? You guys don't know this, but we were gone for quite some time. We are barely in the future nowadays.
No, we might as well be in the past.
We took like a month off. Now,
We really
you didn't
did.
see that because we recorded a bunch of episodes back to back. So this is fun.
Well, and everyone
It's fun to
knows
see you.
it makes the most sense to record a bunch of episodes except for the very last episode of the season before
Yeah.
you take a break.
Yeah, had you just waited 1 week before doing the deed to your lady, we would be good. We'd be all set. We fucked that up.
So what my lovely co-host is getting at is that we took a break because I had a new baby.
Congrats.
I did it!
Did you do it?
But technically she was due a week later, so like
Oh, she fucked it up.
she came a week early.
I like that. I like to think that you actually planned the season accordingly, like from the start of when she was going to be here exactly. Like you're that prepared.
Yeah.
Except for you didn't prepare to have all these kids and your 3-bedroom
I got
house.
so many kids in my 3-bedroom house.
Yeah, it's almost like you shouldn't have converted your basement into an office for us.
No, that's the only
shouldn't have
reason this
done-
worked. That's the only reason it worked, is because now I have an office in the basement, and my bedroom is in my old office.
The basement that could be multiple rooms is just the one that we come down and fuck around in.
Hey, this is my job. I work here.
Oh, I don't pay you.
It's an actual
I
office.
don't pay you shit. You volunteer here.
I'm going to give you my invoice soon, because you owe me something.
So, speaking of work,
How you doing?
I keep dumping shit off at my work, and I didn't
Toilet?
realize it till it was brought up today because I took my son's old dinosaur lamp and put it in one of the empty rooms and just turned it on and shut the door for someone to walk in and wonder what's happening in there.
Yeah.
And I'm slowly making a bedroom, but I realized they brought up that I keep dropping off furniture there. And I'm like, that's a great point. Like, I keep doing it. Like, I found this trash stool.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we were driving by in our company vehicle, and I'm like, hey, let's get that stool. It's not bad looking.
Yeah.
And they're like, what are you going to do with it? I'm like, I don't know. Fuck with everybody
Just
there.
put it in the office. What do you mean?
So I cleaned it up and put it in the office, and I just didn't. I told everyone not to tell anybody where it came from. So a couple days in a row, the manager's like, man, where did this come from? Like, we're like, oh, we had no idea. Maybe it was in the closet. I don't know. So we keep up with this lie just so one day, like in the future when I quit, I can just take it because it's mine. Like they'll be so used to presenting up there with the stool. Like even HR was sitting up there on it one day. I'm like, nice, this is working out.
Nice.
So I keep dropping off furniture. And the only reason I was thinking about this is because the other day, 2 managers realized they had to share an office.
Yeah.
And they were trying to organize it, and it's small. And I said, well, there's only one solution. And they were like, what? I said, bunk desks. Like you.
Oh, yeah.
And then you can really see the ranking. Whoever has top desk is the superior.
Well, yeah, because it's not like you. It's not like you. Like sit on opposite sides of the bunk desk.
No, you have
one
a
guy
tall-
sits on the other guy's shoulders.
Oh, no, I was gonna say, you know that the guy at the top desk is higher ranking, but watching him climb up his chair is always like a fiasco.
So he gets in before everyone, so they don't see him climbing up his desk.
That's the weakness.
Yeah, it's become much more of a desk job since you instituted the bunk desks. You think anyone's ever said the phrase bunk desk before?
I can't remember if I
You
told
don't
you.
count.
I came up with bunk tubs once because there was a note from dispatch, and it said the tub's leaking into the tub, and I was like, well, okay. So I drew a
You're
picture
like, that doesn't sound like a problem to me.
of bunk bed tubs, like a bath above another bath. And then somehow the owner saw it, and I was fresh into the company. So when he said, hi, I heard a lot about you. I said, hi, I drew that picture. Like, I wanted to get it out of the way. Unlike him, it didn't stay in his mind.
He'd forgotten about it.
Yeah, so I was like, hey, really, you should think about how you hired me and what I do. Like, that's it's important that you know what you did. So
yeah, you should. You should. It's true.
Yeah. Well,
you're
that's
getting it, man. You're getting it.
For a whole month, that's what I did.
Proud of you.
I just brought shit to work, unknowingly just unloading all the crap to the office.
They think you're moving in.
Well, I did bring the nightstand lamp.
You told them you're getting married to a woman who lives in Lexington, and so when she moves into your house, you need to have somewhere to sleep that's at least that far away.
Yeah. I like to have properties for sleeping all over the place.
Yeah.
And then I realized this is free. Like, I found that empty room. I was like, well, this is meant to be.
Yeah. So speaking of your properties where you sleep,
you gonna go back into our office down here?
No, we talked about doing like a wedding type venue at this property.
Okay.
And
was I there?
Yeah, you were there. You were part of it.
Okay.
But my wife's grandmother died recently.
That's not funny at all.
No, not funny at all. Very sad.
Sorry to hear that.
But yeah, she was a lovely woman. But the place she lived at, the elderly condo she lived at, she had a golf cart. Okay. And so
it's like she had one, or
she
they
had
have
one.
One there.
Nope,
okay.
She has one.
Oh.
So
what are you trying to get
my
at?
wife says to me, oh, my mom asked if we wanted the golf cart, and I told her to sell it. And I said, no, we need this golf cart. We need this golf cart.
Is this for real?
Yes, 1 million.
I'll buy cash. I swear to God.
So
I promise I will buy cash.
Here's the thing.
I have $600 in my pocket. I will buy it this second for $500.
Well, I don't know that that's gonna. I don't know that that's gonna fly.
Oh no, I need a haggle. Like, I need the $100 haggle room.
But here's the thing. So I said it as like a joke, as like, oh no, man, we'll just drive it around the neighborhood and blah blah. And then I thought about it, and I was like, no, if we are gonna like actually try to have a wedding venue, having a little golf cart would be really awesome for it.
Remember about getting a gator that you could just drive people back and forth to the old barn?
We just put some like nubby like tires on it and cruise around. Like, I like that. Fantastic.
I like that most people would think of like building like the little church area kind of thing, the barn, or like the little like cabins we're gonna rent out. We start with the fucking golf cart. Like,
well, the golf cart's important.
You really gotta
drive your bride around. If it's a hot day, you don't want her getting sweaty walking to take photos. Like, you're driving her around, man.
Well, I don't think you're driving around that much.
Oh no, you are. You don't know.
You're gonna fuck up her hair, and she spent so much time and money on
this thing's enclosed.
Oh, a nice tarp, a nice blue one, huh?
No, man. It's like hard plastic. Like, it has like a it's pretty cool, man.
Can we draw like eyes on it, like you're driving a face around?
You mean like that animation you did of us where I was a talking golf cart?
That's what you're thinking of? Yeah, let's do that.
It had my hair and was talking out of the...
This is great. I already have the design. I already know what to work from.
Oh. I've already done it.
But what else? No, I actually have a shit ton of things, but I don't want to bombard it. I'll leave it at this. My dogs often eat everything that's around.
Sure.
So that
they're millennials, so they probably eat your ass too.
Happens. So they got a hold of a letter, and I realized it was one of my fucking returns to the IRS, and I still got to send it in. And when they ask, I'm gonna say the dog ate my IRS homework because it is. At that point, you still didn't
get your return from last year. Fuck them.
No, I finally got it.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah, I finally got it.
There you go.
It was 2 months ago, but I got it. So anyway, I love the idea that dogs really do eat your shit, because that's my adult homework, is sending that in.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah. But no, it did take an insanely long time, because when I got it, I was like, I'm so confused. And I'm like, oh, that's right. I waited 8 months for them to give me my money.
You're like, oh, I'm filing for this year now.
Yeah, I had no idea what was happening.
Yeah. Yeah, I started like getting in, like I worked so many different places in 2021. Like, I had so many different things that like, I'm getting W-2s from 2 places. I'm getting 1099s from like 4 places. And they're just coming in like, real slow. The first one I got, I was like, okay, I made $1,000 this year. All right, I'll file that.
There you go. Just leave it there.
Yeah.
They don't need to know
Yeah.
anymore.
That's it. Just 1,000.
I know. You know how much you hate my bank that I'm slowly moving away from.
It's just bad. It's just a bad
It's a
bank.
pretend bank. Well, I found out
It's a
that
Lego bank.
I got a call and they said, "Hey, we just don't know where to move this money, like the tax return money." I was like, "Oh, okay, we'll put it in my account." They said, "Well, you have a couple of old ones. You know, which one you wanted?" And I said, "Well, the one that's open, obviously." They said, "Okay, well, they just had the old information." They're like, "It's been happening for a couple of weeks," and I was like, "Well, hang on. What's been
Why is
happening
this
for a
the
couple
first
weeks?"
call about
They're like,
this?
"They keep trying to deposit, but there's that account's not open, so we don't know what to do with it." I said, "Well, you just gotta call me."
You call me.
And they're like, "Yeah, it's
before
been a
now."
couple weeks," and I'm like, "Well, could you next time that I have fucking $9,000 in limbo, can you please call me?" And I'm like, well, I don't know how to tell you this, but next time just call me. They're like, "Oh yeah, we kept forgetting about it." I'm like, "Well, yeah, fucking please."
Yeah, that's clear.
It's important.
Could tell you forgot about it.
Like, here's the thing:
It's so much money.
It's a bank. They're gonna make money off it. Why don't they want the money? Don't they
don't know.
understand how this works?
How do banks make money off you having your money in them? I don't get that.
We've been over.
I don't know. I don't
how
understand.
I don't understand how water towers work.
What's
And
money?
we got into water towers again, and I was just like, I'm not even embarrassed about it. How do you get it in there, and then how do you get it back out?
A hose.
Like, is there a funnel up top? I don't know.
You just spray a hose,
No.
and what rains down in there,
And
it
then
keeps.
it's pretty big. I don't know if you've ever seen one, but like the valve, it's got to be pretty pressurized. So when you crank that thing for a cup when there's an emergency, when you're like, "Oh, I'm thirsty,"
That's not an
and you're
emergency.
well, no, I mean like when you don't have enough water, but you're thirsty, then and you got to crank that valve. It's gonna hit you pretty hard. Like,
Yeah.
you know. You know, in Mad Max, that shitty system of the water, and he undoes the valves, and the waterfall flies over the edge and hits all the desert
yeah.
people.
Yeah,
and it's just such a waste of water. That's what I think a water tower is. They figured out that we need to save it, but they never came up with a good system for distribution of the water.
I really thought that I was going to have to correct you and say you were thinking of Waterworld, but then I realized it was Fury Road you were talking about, and I was like, "Oh yeah, Fury Road, right?"
Yeah, so I don't know if there's a fucking funnel up there. I hope there's a filter because birds probably up there all the time swimming in it. And maybe that's why it's an emergency, because they're like, you don't want to drink this unless you absolutely have to because birds are in it.
Yeah.
And that's why it's the emergency water. Like, we just don't know. It's not potable. But I don't know how they get the water in. I don't know how it comes out. I think it's trapped.
Legally, it can't be more than 12% bird, or they can't call it water.
Oh, really?
They have to call it a bird tower then.
Bird tower.
That's right.
It's just bird sauce at that point.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been up to.
All right.
You had a kid. Yours
Yeah.
is more interesting.
I disagree.
Oh, well.
It's a lot of lounging in a chair, holding a baby on me and sleeping.
Yeah.
I did watch like multiple movies last night.
Oh. I might as well just break the news to you. I did not watch Face Off. I didn't need to. If you notice, I have two
You've got
fucking
notes.
pages. I have two fucking pages. I've not seen this movie for a couple months. I know this movie inside and out.
One page of
because
notes.
spoiler, this fucking movie rules. It's badass with
Sure.
two Z's. This is great. This is fucking stupendous. And the only thing I was concerned about is that I might talk about things that were on How Did This Get Made. So I actually went out of my way. I did 2 pages of notes from memory that do not include anything they talked about because there was a lot of stuff they missed. So
Yeah.
that being said, I'm going out of my way to not discuss what they did.
Yeah. Okay. Well, even better for all of our crossover listeners who listen to both us and How Did This Get Made.
I don't see how you couldn't like us if you like How Did This Get Made. Because
I think it goes the other way.
because you're
but
like
yes.
you're like Jane.
Jane.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Or you're like Joan Allen.
Stop it.
You're like Joan Allen.
I'm not Eve.
And then I am Winters on the plane. I'm very sexual.
No, you are.
That actually leads into my first point.
Oh, Christ.
You know, I get that this is 97. You got to sexualize women. They did not pick very well. Like, they did not know.
No. I mean, Gina Gershon is very attractive.
Yeah, but they didn't really sexualize her much. She had a
Woo. I don't
had
know
a
that he's known
moment
for that.
But yeah, they really just put a lot of clothes on the women, and then were like, "Aren't they hot?" And you're like, "Oh, I don't know."
It was weird.
It was a lot of pantsuits.
tongue sucking. Now,
hang on. There's my next point.
the movie we're talking about is Face Off from 1997, directed by John Woo, starring John Travolta, Nick Cage, Joan Allen, and Gina Gershon.
I forgot to introduce it.
Now, you got a little synopsis for us?
We're doing fucking Face Off.
Before you get into the...
I just want to go for it.
Hang on,
I've been ready for this one.
Can I give a synopsis?
Yeah.
I want to take his face.
You're already on my points.
That's it.
I knew you were going to bring it up.
No, that's the synopsis.
No, I mean you're right. He wants to take a face off, and then face off.
Then he has to go to the little boy's wee-wee room.
Little boy's wee-wee room. I promise, this is going from memory, everybody. This is how much I have seen and loved this fucking movie. I'll still read it. John Travolta stars as FBI agent Sean Archer, doing the unthinkable to stop the elusive terrorist Castor Troy, i.e. Nick Cage.
I'm Castor Troy!
Woo! He does do the Ric Flair. I do remember that. But this movie, you know, your mind always goes to, I referenced this before, when you're dropping the movie name in the movie, you always think, welcome to Jurassic Park. Like, that's like the epic
that's a good one, yeah.
name drop in a movie. This beats it by far. It's just because it's that moment where he's like, you want to take his face off? I want to take his face off.
Well, and what's funny...
No more drugs for that man. Just back... It's a couple times. You want to take his face off?
Yeah.
Like,
what did you say?
God
damn it.
They make us say it so many times.
So... I had misremembered this movie.
How?
Well, okay, so this is how.
There's only a couple times I realized that I was quoting Con Air, which is it's understandable.
About the bunny? Was that?
Put the bunny back in the box.
So, no, what I was thinking as I was watching it, as I was like, wait, hang on, is this... Does Nick Cage kidnap Travolta and that's how he gets his face? And I was like, wait, no, it's the opposite. It's the complete opposite.
No. See, what happens is...
Go watch Face Off, everybody.
Please watch Face Off. You don't even have to listen to it if you promise to watch Face Off.
No, we want them to listen,
I
dummy.
don't care. Just, they're going to love it. And they're going to come back because we recommended a great movie. Hang on, but real fast, because this part always cracks me up. When he's in the case files, so Nick Cage and Travolta are battling in the beginning, which is just, it's like a fucking huge moment for the beginning of a movie.
Yeah.
It's a big climactic ending that is the beginning. So he hits him.
We love a story that starts in the middle.
He kicks Nick Cage into a super fan. And it blows him.
Well, that's not even the beginning.
No, and what I'm saying is he kills him, basically. He kicks him into the super fan.
Hang on.
He smashes against the wall. He's dead. But so Travolta goes into the computer system, the FBI computer system, and goes, case closed.
Yeah. It was a big, digital red stamp.
Over his face. Why wouldn't it say deceased?
I don't know.
That does not close a case.
I don't know.
It doesn't resolve the open issues just because someone's dead.
Okay, so what you're forgetting, what you missed about the opening of the movie was the close-up of Nick Cage's mustache,
no.
which was
I'm not going in order because I'm going from memory, but we can start over.
Okay,
we can start over.
Let me ask you an important question. Okay. I've got a couple questions in my notes for you.
Cage closed.
Stop it. Okay, why wouldn't he shoot him in the...
Yep.
I wrote this wrong.
Okay.
Why would he shoot him in the back unless he was trying to kill the kid?
Why
wouldn't he just shoot him in the head?
I got a rebuttal for you. Blood AIDS. If a bullet goes through your son and he has AIDS or just another disease and then it goes through you, do you get your son's AIDS or whatever blood disease?
Well...
Does it have time to realize what's going on? Is the blood oh, I'm in another body, I'll get it. I don't know, however diseases work. But you know what I'm saying? Is it so fast and instantaneous?
Get you into a health class.
Is it so fast that the bloods didn't have time to mix? It's because bullets are fast as shit.
Well, no, but it's passed through Travolta already. So is that bullet...
It's got
lodged
the blood on
in the kid, or did it go through him as well?
Well, you know how...
If it's lodged in him, then it will mix.
Here's how I'm going to explain it.
Okay.
You know how if you move so fast that, glass before it breaks actually bends kind of stuff? You know, like so, like
Sure, super slow.
Glass doesn't bend, but it bends if you're going so fast. So does AIDS contract if it's going so fast? Can you not catch it?
Well, it's a matter of.
You know what? AIDS is too strong. Let's do HPV.
I'll give you a real answer, and it's there are acceptable levels of contamination that will not transfer, and at the end of the day, that dead son cannot contract AIDS because he is dead. So it doesn't matter.
No. He's the scumbag with the disease, and it goes through his father.
But it didn't.
Oh, okay. I see what's happened.
It goes through the father first.
Okay. Then you know what? It's all right.
It's only if the father has the disease.
I messed up because I didn't watch the movie.
That's right.
I didn't do my homework.
That's right.
And I asked a hypothetical that doesn't make sense.
It goes through Travolta and kills the kid.
I'm going to drop it. I don't want to switch them and say, what if, okay, I messed up, but let's say the different order. We're just going to drop it because I'm wrong.
Let's drop it because you're wrong.
And I just want everyone to remember that glass will bend. You just can't perceive it because you're stupid.
That's why.
Yeah.
Because you're stupid.
Okay, so now we're at the beginning then? Because I got something for the beginning.
Sure, let's talk about the beginning.
The Nightmare Carousel, because it speeds up in those flash frames. I think that's a perfect opening for this movie.
Yeah.
The child murder, the child slaying.
That gauzy filter on everything because it's a flashback.
Yeah, that nightmare because it's like, get ready because this is what's about to happen.
I was ready.
A horse nightmare, a horse massacre, as you will.
So hang on. Are you trying to suggest that this movie is actually the nightmare of a horse? And that none of it actually happens?
Horse mare.
Well, a mare is a horse.
Oh, that's right.
So
Play on words. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes.
Like a nightmare would be like a horse prostitute.
I've got my first note was from last night.
Okay.
What is Castor Troy?
What?
He's a terrorist for hire.
Yeah.
But like what?
Also known as a mercenary.
What? What? I don't even know. I need, there's like who, what, when, where, and why. I need another question. Like I need a different word to ask what I want, which is, what is it? Like, what is he? How is he? And like, it's all of them together. It's how I feel about like this character is a big like wah. Like that's what I want to ask. Wah?
You want to ask?
Is Nick Cage? He's just all over the place.
Yeah.
And I think it's that John Travolta is trying to be Nick Cage. Like they're both themselves to a degree, but he's trying to be Nick Cage. Where Nick Cage seems like he's trying to be comfortable in skin. But it's not working out. Like, he doesn't seem like he's really trying to be anything.
No, he's just batshit.
It seems like he's bottled in skin.
Well, we get
and he's coming out sporadically.
We get this same kind of thing a lot in these body swaps.
Yeah, even when he's when he's Travolta as Cage, he's just a nightmare. Yeah. He doesn't know what's happening most of the time, and he's just freaking out and smiling. Because I guess that's what he thinks he's supposed to do.
I mean, that's what he does when he. What's the scene where he's like crying? Oh, in the prison, in the fight, he's like freaking.
I'm Castor Troy.
Woo! He's crying and then he's whooping.
He's got to trick his brother from Jurassic Park 3.
Do you think if you had another kid, you'd name him Pollux?
No.
If you had twin sons, would you name them Castor and Pollux?
No. It makes me think of polyps, which are gross.
Yeah.
Polyps Troy.
Polyps Poland. Pollux Poland. That's good.
That's not good.
I think you should name him that. Your future twin son, Castor and Pollux.
There's such douchey things in this movie. Like, he's getting that jacket put on him. He's like, casing fit like a condom. You're like, what are you doing? Why? That's what I'm saying is, Nick Cage. Like, what are you doing right now? It's just madness. This was directly after Con Air, by the way. I know you know that story.
I do know that
Con Air wrapped, and the next day he was
like
on
18
set.
hours
He
later.
was on set filming this fucking movie. So
I do know that.
I don't know. I'm gonna ask you two questions.
All right. I'll answer one of them.
How much for the studio did that opening airplane explosion thing cost and how much for the FBI? Because I'm pretty sure it's the same budget. I think the FBI spent just as much as the production crew on blowing up that plane when they threw it into the I don't even know, the test equipment site bomb factory. Like that, the glass explodes. When the plane goes through the glass, it's all glass, and it explodes with fire.
Yeah.
Like, that's the most flammable glass I've ever seen.
Well, I mean, most glass is pretty flammable.
If you can
be
see
fair,
it, it's like
to be fair.
So there's the bendable glass, and then there's the
Burnable.
the fire
Burnable
propelled. Glass. Yeah.
So I feel like just from the little bit we see of Nick Cage as Castor Troy at the beginning of the movie, I feel like Castor Troy just likes to kill people. Like, he's just really into it. So when you ask, like,
one of yours, Sean? Like, why does he?
Yeah.
Why? Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
he just likes to kill people.
He just wanted to open the door and just kill her in front of Sean because that would delay the takeoff. Because, forgive me, I don't really know much about physics. You heard that with the glass. It's on the runway. That plane is on the runway, as in it's taking off.
Yeah.
Now,
it could be taxiing.
I don't think that when you start the plane, it takes more than 30 seconds for it to reach liftoff.
Oh, no, it does.
Okay, well,
you got to get up to a certain speed.
My point being that Humvee is chasing them for quite some time. Enough that you see Nick Cage run from the cockpit, talk to the pilot, run backwards, check the back of the plane, run back up, check with the pilot, hold her outside, shoot her in the head.
The timeline does not line up.
And then the Humvee parks. Plane keeps going. John Travolta holds a dead woman dying in his arms, then gets in a helicopter, catches up with the plane to hold it on the ground. Do you understand that timeline was insane? It was bonkers.
Well, hang on. I don't understand what your problem is.
Nothing.
Okay.
I just want to make sure
it's not as bad as Fast 5.
That you knew this is a great movie.
In Fast 5, they're on, like, someone did the math, and I think they're on, like, a runway for what equates to, like, I don't know, 15 miles or something, which is, like, ridiculous.
Which one of those movies came first, this one or the bad movie? Because
I didn't mention a bad movie.
This one's great, and it did it first.
You've only seen one Fast and Furious movie, and it's one of the weaker ones.
Yeah. I mean,
still fun, though.
I knew it was going to be Undercover Cop.
You liked it. Well, of course. It was Point Break. You knew.
That's what I said.
God,
that's what I said.
Damn it. So, speaking of which, I did watch... Last night, I did watch one of the movies that we didn't end up doing for that season, which is Hell or High Water.
Oh, okay.
Which I love, man. That's such a good movie.
Oh, cool. I'm glad for you.
Did you ever see that one?
Nope.
What? Fuck you.
Oh.
You don't see movies. Did you see Ghostbusters yet?
Part of it.
You motherfucker.
Not all of it.
You see Spider-Man yet?
Spider-Man? No. I haven't watched anything new.
Licorice Pizza yet?
No, I haven't watched anything.
Watch movies so we can talk about them on this show about movies.
I have a bunch of jobs.
I wouldn't know what that's like. I haven't got a job in the world.
So
we had a guy over today looking at our furnace, and he he was talking about like, oh, these are your options, whatever, blah blah blah, and like, if you're gonna be home for a while, and I was like, yeah, we're both off work right now because the baby and everything, and I was like, actually,
stop it.
No, I was like, look, yeah, no, I just work for myself, so I can, just not book something whenever, which was my more professional way of saying I haven't got a job in the world.
Well, good for you. I'm glad it worked out.
It didn't.
Well, I keep trying to read my notes. I don't know what I wrote, so I'm just going to go to the next one. And that's Nicolas Cage. It seems like he's like someone plugged his ears. Like he's delivering all of his lines like he has headphones on the whole time. Like he can't.
He does shout quite a bit.
He can't control the volume of what he's saying or interpret what he is saying.
What's funny?
That's what I mean by he's just all over the place as a person.
I think people point to this or Con Air or like I guess Ghost Rider, which might be a legitimate
Yeah.
But like they point to these performances as like reasons that like Nick Cage is a bad actor, but it's like no, man, he's taking chances, he's doing big stuff. But like if you see him in something like
good for him.
Yeah, but if you see him in something like Raising Arizona or Adaptation or Leaving Las Vegas that he wins a fucking Oscar for, like he's a really, really great actor, and like it's a matter of like this is a crazy character. He's doing it big. Like it's over the top, but that's what it calls for. You know, this movie doesn't work with like a subtle, measured performance from either of them. It doesn't work with that. You know, they need to be crazy.
I agree. You know what? You know what else is crazy? I love that they just cut it off at the knees right away. When John Travolta, like the first time you see him, he's like, "Oh, that's right." He's like, "Did you get that report yet?" Like a generic report. Did you get that report yet? They're like, "No." Like, "Of course we didn't get it because we're a secret task force working for the FBI." And you're like, right there, they just get away with all the madness.
Love the exposition dump.
All the madness that's about to happen because they're a secret task force and no one knows they exist, so they can do whatever they want.
Right.
Like,
that's right.
They just took care of it. That was his first sentence. Fuck it. I work for an undercover agency.
We're going to dismiss
and
everything.
No one knows what we do or when we do it. So my next question was going to be, how come he couldn't tell his fucking wife about the surgery? And I forgot. Oh, he already said it. Because we're a fucking secret task force and we got way crazy rules and you don't even know about them.
Yeah. But I love
Tito. But Tito could know. The guy holding his wedding
ring. Why
was
Tito there?
Why was Tito
there when they killed the doctor and stuff? Like, why was he even there? That didn't make sense.
How'd they know about Tito?
Only plot hole in this whole movie.
When they zoom in on that fucking ring, his hair looks like implants. Have you noticed that on his finger?
Weird.
He has fucking hair implants.
He's got weird
on his finger,
knuckle
which
hair.
Leads to my next point. What the fuck? How did Castor Troy grow hair? All right, let's put all the fake science aside. This happens. They put his body in his body.
In a world where they can swap faces, they've got a cure for baldness. What do you mean?
How did they do it, and how did it recover so fast? So many questions.
They put him in these boots and then hung him upside down with this stuff on his hair like Homer.
So gravity pulls at it.
Yeah.
I love to think that there's a movie out there that exists that's this movie, but they couldn't fix the hair plug, so it's just him in a wig, and that's how he gets busted.
No, here's what I don't get.
Keeps falling off.
Here's what I don't get. All right, so Archer goes under the surgery, gets Troy's face put on him. So now Nick Cage is running out there.
And how's he do that? He's got to first take his
Why
face
didn't
off.
he put a fucking hat on? He's like the most wanted guy. When he escapes prison, he's like just cruising by Sean Archer's house, and he doesn't even put on a hat.
When he swims from Super Alcatraz?
Yeah.
What is the name of the island in Harry Potter where they keep the prison? That's where he was.
He was not in Azkaban.
There was no land in sight.
No.
This was not off the coast of California.
No.
San Francisco. This is fucking in the middle of the ocean. And they fucking cut from him going, no, and jumping off the building.
Yeah, but not
ocean,
even
to him at a valet stealing a car. They just cut
But not
completely
even considering any of that. Not even considering the outlandishness of that. This is an FBI agent. This is an agent who is high up at the FBI who is like supposedly good at his job, and he's like, oh, I am the most wanted man in the world. I'm just going to walk around and not try to disguise myself in any way. He doesn't put on like a big baggy jacket. He doesn't put on a hat and sunglasses. The disguise that we make fun of in the Marvel movies, like he doesn't even do that.
No, yeah, I don't I don't know what to say.
He's an idiot.
But I'm pretty sure that he goes from stealing that valet car to being at his house. Like there is he really just made it.
He just drives right there.
He fucking jumps off.
And there's cops, and he's like, oh, I'll just duck my head a little bit, and they won't recognize me.
Jumped off Super Alcatraz, into his house. Like that's where his house was. His next
the diving board into his pool.
Well, it's also hang on. That's the exposition. The prison doesn't exist. Geneva Convention doesn't even know or believe it.
No.
All of these fuckers are on the payroll. Like, How are they getting paid if they don't know?
Where do they live?
On
the fucking oil rig?
What do you mean? And Nick Cage's rental next door.
They all have houseboats.
Yeah.
Imagine if. Okay, so here's what happens. Nick Cage.
Boats.
So Archer jumps off the prison and then looks around and realizes there's a bunch of houseboats, which is where all the guards live, because they don't want to boat back to the mainland every night to go home.
Did you notice that when he's in the super jail?
Yeah.
There's a self-destruct button. It says like prison overload, and he clicks it, and it's like, and the Titantron explodes. What kind of prison is this? That it's got.
Well, it is an oil rig.
It's got a simple self-destruct, but like right out in the open, it's like.
It's not even like turn the two keys.
No,
it's just
not.
like big, easy to accidentally hit.
It's
no
literally
countdown.
It doesn't do access mainframe. He gets on there, and he's like.
Hack.
It says
hack,
unlock boots. He's like, done. He's like, blow up building, done. Like, that's all he did.
You know, if you managed to hack your way onto my computer, you'd find that there was a blow up house command that you could input.
But once again, the self-destruction is actually the screens. So much like the glass at the Air Force factory, it's just the windows blow up. And then the screen blows up, and that just leads to chaos. Every building explodes, and it starts with glass.
Okay, so since we're talking about it,
okay,
I do think that this prison was the inspiration for the movie Prison Break. Like, whoever made that
I didn't
movie.
see that one, but I want.
Oh, that movie's really good.
I want to. It's Stallone.
Stallone,
right? Yeah.
Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
They team up.
High Max
it's
Prison.
badass. Yeah. But I think that was the inspiration for that movie, which is really fun.
I would like to see. I know you brought up. I would like to see what Polyps called the sex sandwich. I would like to see that with Stallone and Schwarzenegger. When he's like
fucking that guy's.
Yeah, he's like, he had a sex sandwich with his wife and his sister. Like he says it just like that. By the way, I know he does. It's verbatim.
He's a creep.
He had a sex sandwich.
He's a creep. I don't like
pervert.
him. So, do you think that you could escape from that prison? And what pool would you jump into? Because you don't have a pool.
Now that I know how to self-destruct it, you just walk over. First off, you just slip off the boots. They're like, gotta get these boots off. He goes, it's no way. The only way to do it is when they take them off. And you're like, wait, what?
Okay, so they take them off.
So, by the way, that was Tom Jane. What was Tom?
Was that Tom Jane?
Tom Jane. What was Tom Jane's accent? Baltimore?
I don't know.
The only way they take them off is when you go to sit in the chair. Like
no, he was the narrator of Harry Potter.
Jim Dale. Jim Dane, whatever his name.
It's Jim Dale, but no, I meant from Wizard People to your reader. He's Diane Rehm.
Yeah, he's like scratching. He's like, the only way you can get them off is if they fry your head. And you're like, so then, okay, so that's when I do it, huh? He's like, yeah, but then after that, you'd have to find the secret self-destruct button. Which is
like it's not secret at all. It's enormous.
Pretty sure that computer screen was actually projected to all the inmates, by the way. That screen they were watching. I'm pretty sure that is in the movie.
It's like on their TVs.
It's the projector, so they're watching what he's up to.
What do you think he's doing
like
there?
Shit. So we probably should have put a password on there.
Well,
yeah. So going back to the old body switcheroo.
Ooh, I love a switcheroo.
The doctor, when he's going through all the science, real fast, he goes, we'll do a liposuction treatment to take care of those love handles. Like, he says it just like that, where it's almost like they didn't tell that actor that he was going to be telling John Travolta he's chubby. So, like, that's how we rushed through those lines.
Well, you're significantly tubbier than Castor Troy, so we'll have to, like, hang
There's
on.
an I promise, because I always rewind it. Take care of
tubby.
those love handles.
Because you're fatty. No, so...
So, yeah. The moment you see Nick Cage, the moment the body swap happens, and you're like, okay, because they go through it super fast, and he stands up, you go, listen, there's just no way this movie, like, there's no way this is happening. Like, they look so different. They're such different body sizes and height.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
And then he's like, Papa won't know that it's you because the height difference is negligible. Like, there's some things he just really glosses over.
That's the
It's
only
like those
difference.
tub handles. But, there's only one thing to say to that. Cage closed.
Cage closed.
Why would you do, like, I'm trying to come up with an analogy. So there's a bunch. So I don't even know. I don't know how to start this. So someone steals your car and they're like, "Oh, it was my cousin. I saw him." But then he shows up dead. They're not like case closed. Like the car's still missing.
Well, no, it's a murder though. It's different than theft.
But how? But
the murder is like
case
that
isn't
he's
closed,
caught.
that he's dead.
Been caught. He's been apprehended as a corpse.
Well, no. Well, we find out
He's been corpse-rehended.
There's another secret FBI task force. Was that woman
about
just
Suicide Squad?
Was that woman just trying to get a promotion? The one that came in with this, like, he's a turnip. The one that was in charge of the face swap.
Puts the cigarette out on him.
Was she just trying to like get this in process to do it more often?
I don't know, man.
Because they came up with
some shoddy lab guarding.
They came up with that fast. Oh yeah, no one's watching his body.
Yeah, like what the fuck you doing?
That's the problem with the secret task force.
Put Tito on it. Was that his name?
That's what happened. He was on guard that night. But there is zero budget, so they can't afford a guard because no one knows to pay them. So they get guys quitting left and right.
Yeah, the movie blew it all on those gold guns.
That's why
for
Tito
Nick
had
Cage.
to do Nick Cage duty that night. And he fell asleep.
That's right.
Underpaid.
That's right.
Understaffing really hurts.
It hurts all of us.
I didn't count how many guards die in that prison riot.
At least one.
Nick Cage is trying to escape because obviously he's got to get out, but he does cause a lot of death. To good people.
Well, they're not good people. They're assholes.
Well,
like Drew Carey's brother, assholes.
What do you mean? He's in control of the super boots.
Yeah, he's an asshole
from Super Mario World.
When he beats up Archer because he's like, I stop the fights around here.
Yeah, not people with
it's like he stopped fighting. You stopped fighting. You didn't kill this guy, and I'm pissed about it now.
You know who? The guy who he's saving, the sex sandwich guy.
Yeah,
that's the peta rapist in 9mm. I think that's the only other thing he's in is the guy at the end. The machine, like the guy in the mask. That's him. I've never seen him in another movie. Same thing with Polyp Troy. He's in Jurassic Park 3. I think that's it.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Do you think that
I do, Zach?
Well, I don't know if that's true. Do you think that Swordfish is
a great movie? It's fucking great.
An unofficial sequel to Face Off?
I could see it.
Because
I will see it.
Travolta is a guy who has stolen the face of a former
you're right.
Mossad agent.
I've changed my identity so many times. He says that in the movie. I've changed my identity.
So is it like a spiritual sequel to Face Off?
Okay.
Is Swordfish part of the Face Off cinematic universe?
Zach,
you tell me.
There's only one thing to do in a time like this, and that
Crank off.
Add a bonus episode in between seasons
about Swordfish?
Watch Swordfish and try to find the similarities between the characters. I think we do it.
I'll do that.
I think we do it instantaneous.
I will do that.
Bonus episode.
Well, it won't be next week, but maybe the week after. It'll be that one.
I think as long as we get to watch Swordfish and talk about it.
I watch Swordfish. I love Swordfish. I had it on VHS when I was in high school.
I feel like it's going to be very early 2000s. And
it really is. The music is wild.
Ooh, and spoiler, we get to see Halle Berry's boobs.
Yeah, no one's spoiled by that. Everyone knows.
Well, I mean, I think we're all a little spoiled.
Because we got to see those when we were in high school. Yeah.
That's right. What was that, 2003-ish?
Thereabouts.
Ish, maybe 2001.
Maybe. Maybe. You want to get into these freak similes?
Oh, yeah. I didn't do them. Because I'm gonna do them with you.
Okay, mark off.
Fucks the kid. Yes.
Hang on.
Fucks
Hang
the
on.
kid,
We're gonna go one. We're gonna go from one, but just mark off. Do a little check mark for each one that you get. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Number 1, internal monologue.
Yeah. In the mirror. No. In the mirror. I'm not me. I'm me. Like, yeah, Nick Cage.
But he's speaking out loud.
As Travolta. No, he's not talking. It's in his head.
Oh, I missed that.
He is very much in the mirror talking in his head. Inner monologue.
You didn't watch it.
Oh, no. I will allow an internet search where we just listen to the YouTube clip right fucking now. I promise. I'm not me. I'm me. Like, that happens. That happens. I'm saying yeah.
Well, I said no because I watched the movie.
Well, I did too. Many times. Many times. You can go back and redact it later.
Number 2, shitty significant other.
I think there is more another time.
I was looking for it, but I didn't see it. But so, who knows?
Shitty significant other?
I said no.
Well, I guess, no. Castor Troy is. He's the shitty significant other.
But that's not what it's about, right?
It can be classified.
You just want to give this 100%, and it's not going to get it.
I'm literally giving it no thought. I'm doing this from scratch.
I know, and you're trying to give it to all of them.
Oh, no. These are all blank. As you can see, I just wrote them down.
I said no because
I don't know, Joan.
Castor, she's not a shitty significant other. She's a good wife.
But Archer's kind of shitty too.
But it's not. He's not the significant other. He's the character.
No, he's married.
Right. He can't be the shitty significant other.
The boyfriend, the skeezy boyfriend that tries to rape the daughter, Jamie.
I don't think that's a significant other.
Because I made the mistake.
Yeah.
Like Archer.
I don't think he's a significant other.
No, he's on that 70s show.
Yeah. So he's insignificant.
Nice.
He's also a creep.
Yeah, in life.
Yeah.
Like that's
an awful person.
No, I know. I found out.
Where are we? Number 3, important day. Yeah, it's an important day because there's a bomb about to go off.
Get promoted on the 18th.
Yeah. Takes the swap in stride. Yes. Because Sean Archer, intended to do the swap.
Well, yeah,
and Castor Troy fucking rolls with it.
Castor Troy is totally okay with it.
He's like, okay, well, I'm going to smoke a cigarette without a face.
What? I'm going to say no. He really does. He's got ketchup all over that fucking face. They jump by it. They really don't want to focus on it.
He clearly doesn't have lips. What are you doing?
He clearly has a fucking product all over his face when they do the reflection
scene. It's called
scene.
blood.
It's very much, they did not try to make it look like his face. His face was bigger than it should have. Like, it was not less. But no,
Swelling.
you know what? When Archer Troy, when Sean wakes up, he does freak out. So yay and nay. I'm not really sure.
Well, no, but he went into it. So he chose to, and then so I gave it to him.
Okay. Yes.
Taboo seduction.
Yes. In the beginning, he grabs that child in the choir.
Well, that's, assault, but no, like, really, it's
then
Castor Troy in Travolta's body. Well, no, he has sex with the wife.
Well, that too.
Which he shouldn't, because it's not his wife.
Kid, though.
No, it's taboo seduction. It's not actually fucks a kid, you creep.
Yeah, well, I mean, here's the thing. I'm still right. He still grabs that child and then harasses the child later in the underwear.
What a movie.
This is gold.
Let's plow through these, get them done. Number 6 tries to explain the situation to an outsider.
To Joan.
Yep.
To Joan.
He does. Cause chaos in the other's life. Absolutely.
I mean, yeah. Did you see that ring and that fake hair on the finger?
Did you see him kill his boss?
When he chokes him? You mean the grandpa in Fargo?
He's having a heart attack and you're like, what? Number 8, both say they want to trade places. They do. I want to take his face off.
Yeah.
That's him saying it.
It will take one goddamn guess. The ketchup face.
Now, number 9, new perspective.
I mean, yes. Because he adopts he steals the child.
He steals a child.
I said yes
because he gets the perspective of, like, he treated his wife shitty, and it's like he becomes a better husband because of it.
Oh my God. I already know the answer. This is a 10 out of 10.
No.
This is a 10
Polar
out of
opposites.
goddamn 10.
I said yes.
Oh,
because
yeah.
obviously. So I didn't give it internal
Perfect
monologue. I didn't get it
score.
shitty significant other.
Boom, like I'm circling the shit of it. That's a fucking perfect score.
So we've got a 90%
I don't even think Freaky Friday scored a 10 out of 10.
Well, that's just not possible. We got a 90% movie here.
Oh, man. This is... You know what this is? A fucking gem.
This is a fun watch, for sure. Now, okay. So...
you know
Archer calls his wife and tries to tell her, like, he's a fake. He's a fake.
Why doesn't he keep squeezing his throat? Why did they keep talking about how it would be disrupted with a violent sneeze or whatever in the beginning, and then not at any point have it dislodged by a violent strike?
They do at the end. When he's talking to the daughter and he's trying to...
your father! Yeah, you're right. You're right.
But no, okay,
he should have squeezed his voice.
He calls her. He says, "This is my blood type. This is his blood type."
Yeah.
And she then stabs him while he's sleeping and goes to the hospital and runs his blood type.
Yeah.
Do all doctors have that little pokey thing, like, available to them at home?
Of course.
Like, what the fuck is that even?
It's in case you're... Well, a lot of doctors know about the possibilities of a face-off in your marriage, and you got to be ready. You got to be ready.
Right.
So a lot of times that the wife especially will jab the husband every single night.
Right.
And then go secretly
and then go
to
run
the
the blood
office.
type.
Yeah, to make sure that who she just banged was indeed her husband. I read that somewhere.
So another thing that I had forgotten about in this movie, since I haven't seen it in a long time, was the boat chase.
How did you forget?
I forgot about the boat chase. I forgot they had a boat chase, and it was pretty fucking intense.
He shoots him with a fucking harpoon.
Oh, yeah.
I think there's still a string on it, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's the odd choice that you're like, I'm glad that you still had the rope on the harpoon.
Yeah. Do you like when
really emphasize?
Do you like when the FBI shows up and they call him Archer, and he's like, "What did you call me?
What'd you call me?"
Yeah.
Shouldn't they both be dead from that?
I don't know. Man.
Oh, that's another one where the stunt doubles. It's very clearly they're looking at the camera, and you're like, "That's not." They are very much not those two guys.
Yeah, it's perfect.
It's like in T2 when
it's like in
Arnold,
vice versa when Arnold, that man is driving the tricycle.
Exactly. When they do a shot head on of Arnold and the boy, and you're like, that is not Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like
that is a small man.
You held on that shot for so long coming out, and you're like, why did you take that angle? That's not him. It's quite distracting.
He's so like unique and like that's him. Like there's no
I mean, it clearly wasn't the child either, but it was a different child, and you're like, is there stunt children? It's clearly a child.
No. It's probably a woman.
Oh, we'll have to watch that one again.
I've never seen it.
T2?
No, I've seen it. It's great.
You should. You really should.
So I did want to note just how great Travolta is as a villain. I love him as a villain. He's really good, which leads us into Swordfish pretty well.
Yeah, I watched
spoiler
Broken Arrow, but I was kind of like cleaning the house or whatever, so I wasn't truly watching it. But I'm like, yeah, he's so good.
I've never seen Broken Arrow.
Yeah.
I watched part of it when I was a kid.
No, I didn't watch Broken Arrow.
I watched Michael.
I watched Hard Rain.
I watched Phenomenon.
No, I watched the beginning of Broken Arrow and then turned off and put on Hard Rain.
Wait, hang on. I didn't watch Broken Arrow.
I watched Angel. It was funny.
I watched Grease. What?
My example didn't work, but you knew the spirit of what I was saying.
Not really. I haven't seen either of those movies.
Hey, I know that actor is what I basically said. You know what I did the other day?
I've seen him
you know
before.
What I did the other day? I looked him up.
I'll tell you something right now, buddy.
I did watch Pulp Fiction. I promise that's real.
That's a good movie.
Wait, no, it's not. I would listen to the soundtrack. What the fuck? I'm really fucking this up. I wish that they had the clips. And
you listen to the
in soundtrack. They
soundtrack
have the clips
and
of
looked
him
at
talking.
the Pulp Fiction poster I have on my wall right now. Like, that's what you looked at.
Oh my God.
That counts as seeing a movie, right?
It was listening to him talk.
I heard a review of it.
I was listening to him talk and I was envisioning it. Ah, never mind. I know who he is, though.
I don't know if you do.
Beginning to doubt it.
Well, we got ourselves a 90% movie here to wrap up the season.
Oh,
what
are we
did you
wrapping
think
up?
about Freaky Friday?
I have so many fucking notes.
Oh, let's get into it.
Oh, no, that's all right.
Blow through them, buddy boy.
It's fine. It's fine. I think I did. Okay, the only one I really need to touch on is that scene when they're like, I could eat a peach for hours.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, that's gross. But then they're like, all right, let's check your voice, Sean. Let's see if you sound just like him. And he's like, say, I could eat a peach for hours.
I could eat a peach for hours. Yeah. I
Why
do like that they had the, like.
They choose that. Like, that was the recording. They're like, you got to get this right. He loves this line.
You got to talk about a peach. Ask her to suck your tongue. No, but then Troy in, like, Travolta.
Let's go,
Troy Volta.
let's go. I'm bored. Let's go.
Then Troy Volta, when he sees Joan Allen, he calls her a peach. You're a peach. And it's like, oh, he used it on her.
Because you then realize he does say it. And then the girl later like, I thought I was your favorite peach. Like, he does. That's his fucking line.
He's like, I don't like stone fruit.
So
You're like, that's not him.
So that's the answer is you got to get this done right because he says it 15
he's so
times
horny.
a sentence.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah.
He is.
So, what are your thoughts on this season?
Oh, I love the
Oh,
end. I love the end.
Hey, I forgot. We have to determine if Freaky Friday is in fact a Keystone movie.
Oh.
I think it is.
How do we do that?
It's our first body swap. I mean, we just talk it through. Like, it's the first like big body swap. A lot of these follow the tropes pretty faithfully, even in different genres. Like,
wait, I thought we had a handful of 50-50s.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Were they like 60-10s?
I think we had. Yeah, that's how that works. I mean, I think they were. A lot of them were pretty good, and even the ones that were like lower scoring, I think. Had like the fingerprint of it,
Well,
you know?
Yeah. You know what's funny? I almost said, well, let's go over the movies and see how they ranked. And I realized, oh, wait.
Oh, you want me to fucking go back through this and like listen to all the episodes and
No. I mean, like, I was about to say, like, well, hang on, what were the movies and how they rank? And I realized we're about to go over
we're about to do that.
Oh, yeah.
We're about to do that.
That's
Yeah.
right. Okay.
But what do you think? Keystone or no?
It's a classic. I don't think we had to do this whole season for me to say that, though. I'm like,
I
yeah,
agree.
I think
it is.
I think you just already knew.
Well, it's the same way with Point Break, where like after a couple episodes, we're like, this is not a Keystone, but this is fun to do.
It's fucking super.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
think it's transparent that it is.
Yeah, for
We
sure.
probably could have saved some time, like at least
Yes.
apparently 10 hours.
Yeah.
So now what?
Now what?
Do we talk about Con Air? Or?
Frank, now what? God damn it. No, we don't talk about Con Air.
Okay.
So, at the end of every season, we rank the movies we saw.
Okay.
So,
How do you want to do it? Do you want to do it?
I'll defer to you. We'll do it
top to
however you want to
bottom?
do.
No,
you
we can
fucking
do.
freak.
No, we can do. I don't think my 10 or my 1's gonna be surprising, so I don't know which way to go. Let's just do. Should we do one? Let's do top.
That's up to you.
Let's change it up. Let's just
I'll
do
let
top
you go.
because it's face off. Like you fucking know.
My top, Trading Places.
Oh, you sadden me,
Trading Places.
and I will one day take your face off.
I would rather watch Trading Places than Face Off. I think it's a better movie. It's more fun.
No, that's just,
I like it more.
That's wrong. Wrong of you. My second one is Trading Places.
My second is Freaky.
Really? That ranked high for you? I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty low.
I didn't like it as much as the Happy Death Day movies, and I didn't like it as much as Map of Tiny Perfect Things, also featuring the same lead actress. But I thought it was really fun. I thought Vince Vaughn was great. I really liked it, and I definitely see myself revisiting it in spooky season.
You are gonna be surprised, I think, by my third one.
At your 3?
You gonna try and guess?
No, what?
Vice versa. Like Fred Savage. Of all these movies, the one I would watch again, like not just my favorite, the one I would watch again is I'd watch Vice Versa again. I want to watch Fred Savage be Fred Savage, be a dad.
My number 3 is Face Off.
Okay. Oh, okay.
It's 3.
Yeah.
It's 3. Which is,
fine.
Fine. What do you got for 4?
Jumanji 2, because I don't know it well enough, but I know I like it. So it has some repeat value for me right now.
I've got Get Out at number 4.
Yeah.
Because I think it's just a high quality movie.
Get Out, and I'm not trying to rush it, but Get Out is my 5, and the only reason that Get Out wasn't my 4 is because it's a great movie. I wouldn't watch it again anytime soon. Where Jumanji 2, I just watched it, but I would watch it again.
I get that.
It's more of a lighter movie.
Yeah, it's like Mystic River. It's a great movie, but I'm not anxious to watch it again.
As far as gun to the head, 2 of these movies go away forever, which would be Jumanji 2 because it's not really meaningful and there's already a first one. Get Out's more meaningful.
Yeah, it's more impactful. It's more
you're really got to
culturally
be in the mood for it. And I don't like captive movies. Always bother me.
Okay, so that was your 5.
So what's your 5?
My 5 is Your Name.
Oh,
which I liked. I thought it was really good and surprising. And
Your Name is bad enough that I don't want to talk about it. That's how I feel about it.
Sure.
But I will say, when the live action comes out, I will be excited.
Yeah, we'll see that together. Hold hands.
This one is it's literally forgettable. I had to look up. We did an episode about it, and when I saw it, I had to look up what it was.
What is this?
I didn't even know what it was.
The name is a little generic. Ironically, my number 6, Vice Versa.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mine's Freaky Friday.
Oh, God.
Because obviously I need to watch it. Because
you love Jodie Foster.
I need to watch it again.
Because you love Jodie Foster.
Because I want to know if I get the same feelings.
Because it's what made you a creep.
And if I do, it's love. You know?
Yeah. Okay.
Because that's compassion to the full extent.
Huh.
I take my heart out. I take it off. I take my heart off.
Yeah.
For her.
Yeah.
Case closed.
What do you got for number 7?
Oh, Freaky.
Ooh.
Freaky, I don't care about.
You're not a horror guy.
I'm not.
I get that.
And
I'm
also,
not either.
I like Vince Vaughn. I think the movie overall is it's fine.
Yeah.
Nothing memorable about Vince Vaughn before he swaps.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah, you're right about that for sure.
Trailer.
I thought, for me, Freaky was higher for me. Mainly because of the rewatchability of it, because I think it is a fun movie to it's Halloween, this is a fun horror movie to throw on. I don't have a ton of horror movies that I really enjoy, so to find another one that I can throw in the rotation it's fun.
Yeah, I'd watch it again. I'd have to be with somebody.
Yeah, my 7 is Jumanji, which for it to be that low in the ranking.
2. Jumanji 3.
2 or
really.
3. We don't know.
We don't know what it is.
But for it to be that low in the ranking is really, I think, speaks to the quality of the movies this season, because I think it's a good movie. I like it. I would still watch it again, but there are 6 movies that I put ahead of it. Says a lot.
When you got Vice Versa in there,
I like Vice Versa.
Chance.
My number 8 is Freaky Friday.
Okay, mine's Change Up.
Which I'm not going to watch Freaky Friday again. I'm just not. But
yeah, I will.
My 9 is The Change Up.
Okay.
God, that movie sucked.
Change Up was number 9. My number 9 is The Hot Chick.
Oh, fuck you! You're wrong.
I would rather rewatch Rob Schneider be a piece of dog shit than watch Your Name again. I don't care. I don't want to watch that movie again. I really was. Just I'm so frustrated. I hate The Hot Chick. I wish it didn't exist. And the thing is, I hate it. It exists, and I wish it didn't. But Your Name, I forget it exists. That's the problem. Is I'm what is it? I'm I did a podcast about it. I'm literally that clueless about that fucking movie.
But you hate The Hot Chick enough
I can't
that
remember
it's stuck in your memory.
Anything about that movie. I remember it's a cartoon. That's it. I think there was time travel. I'm not sure.
There was time travel. It was a lake house effect.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Letters in who was it? They were putting them in someone's mouth.
No, they were not.
I think that was the episode.
No, they were
was that
not.
not the episode?
They were not
No,
putting anything
putting
in
it in Bruce
mouth.
Willis's mouth.
No.
I think that happened. Did that not happen?
Where did Bruce Willis come from?
Did we not talk about that in the episode?
Keanu Reeves is in the lake house.
It might have been a dream. It's hard to tell.
You may have said that.
Some reason I was thinking that
Recall.
you put the letters into someone's mouth, and it was said in the mailbox. But maybe I made that up.
So obviously my number 10 was The Hot Chick.
Yeah.
Which is, if we had to rank all of the movies that we have done so far on this show, it might be the worst one for me. It might be at the very bottom for me.
The Hot Chick is
or 50 First Dates. They're close. They're close. How bad they are.
No, 50 First Dates is better.
It is better. It is better for sure. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Because overall, it's a better message, and Drew Barrymore's good in it. And then you got the dad and the brother.
The brother sucks.
Oh, the brother sucks.
He's awful. He's almost as bad as Rob Schneider.
Peanut butter cup.
Peanut butter.
So
you want peanut butter spam?
fucking dumb.
God, I hate it.
But they had that moment where they're like dancing when they meet each other.
Yeah, that's cute. That's cute. Yeah.
And then like the ending of that movie's justified. So yeah, that one it wasn't The Hot Chick.
Yeah, it was better than The Hot Chick for sure. So, all right. Do you want to talk about
Swordfish?
No. Do you want to talk about what we're doing next week, or do you want to open a package that we received?
Oh, let's do the package.
Let's do the package.
Well, you opened it already.
I did, but this is for your reaction.
Fuck? Why did you get to open it?
Because it's addressed to me.
Oh, but then why do I get to deal with it?
Look.
So I have to. Okay. Fable Beard Co.
Well, no, that's just the box that they used.
Oh. What is it? What the fuck is this? Oh,
Describe
God.
it. Describe
it. Soap? It's a Buddha with a Garfield face, and it feels so slimy. Ew. Was this to us together? Oh, that's thoughtful. How did this come about?
Turn the box over.
Oh, Buddha.
Turn the box over and look at the return address.
Face taken off.
That's right. Yeah, turn that box over and look at the return address.
It's that guy. We kept forgetting his name. Oh, we finally know his name now. Okay.
Tommy.
That's good. Good for him. Well, thanks. Thanks. No, he's been an avid collector of fine materials for years, and now he's got a cloning machine in which he can change the faces of things and take them off.
This thing is. Oh,
well, thanks.
It's perfect for this.
Yeah.
This thing is terrifying. I'm going to take a picture of it and post
dear
it with
listener.
the show.
We do appreciate you and
my
all
God.
that you do for us, and that you did this to us. So
I love
thank
it.
you. It will forever live on the desk.
Yeah, it'll sit on the desk next to our glass skull.
We'll salute our new deity,
our Lord. Our Lord and Savior Garfield.
Yeah. Oh,
who we pray to already.
Oh, is that what it is?
You know, would it
that's
have been
cute.
worse
That's
if it
cute.
was would it have been worse if it was like a crucifix with Garfield's head on Jesus's body?
I think any other listener that has a 3D printer or cloning machine, if you want to make a Garfield crucifixion that we can hang upside down, I welcome that as well.
Yeah, because we need one for your house. Because this one's for my house. Obviously.
You can actually put our faces on there, like together, like we're both being
like on a golf cart.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Well, no, thank you. This is
that was really
so
awesome. I
fucking
love
disgusting. Thank you. I don't want to know how this happened.
Magic through the magic of podcasts. This happened.
Oh God. Okay.
All right. So, you want to talk about what we're doing next week?
Yeah.
Do you remember?
No.
So next week we're gonna have Sarah Davis back on, and we're
okay.
gonna talk about
the
recent
air.
movie Don't Look Up.
Well, that's
Not Up in the Air.
That's a George Clooney movie.
Yeah, that's a good movie. I love that movie.
Yeah. You want to watch that one?
Like as friends? Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about Don't Look Up in the context of how it stacks up against Armageddon and Deep Impact. So we're having her back on to relitigate that.
To relive a moment.
Yeah. But we're gonna watch that that new Adam McKay movie that I've seen, and I decided that it would be a fun thing to do.
Nice.
So
I did watch part of it, and then I fell asleep.
Sure. Well, try to stay awake this time.
Okay. I'll actually watch the movie this time because this one I actually did like the idea of going from memory. And once I got 2 pages in, I was like, "Fucking."
You're like,
locked.
"Oh, I'm golden."
I'm like, "I'm good.
I am golden.
I'm gonna crush this shit."
I love it. All right. Well, I think that does it for this week. You got anything else?
I'm working on stuff, but not stuff I want to promote.
Oh, cool.
So, I mean, yeah, I got stuff.
Oh, cool.
If you thought I was a loser.
You need any services?
No. Oh, yeah. If you got any services, get them.
Get them. Like my furnace today.
Yeah, you should get that serviced. You done?
I know.
We done?
I know. We're done.
Hey, good episode, dude.
Hey, good episode.
Oh, wait, we're not.
I'll walk you out.
Oh,
shit.
We're not out. We're
not out yet.
Okay.
All right. Well, thanks for listening this week.
And thanks for tuning in for the season. Folks.
Watch Don't Look Up. It's on Netflix. Tell your friends about us and be sure to subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. If you like what we do, you can rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. You can find us online at KeystoneCopycats.com. We are at Keystone Copycats on Instagram and Facebook and at Keystone Copycat on Twitter. If you got something to say, you can email us at KeystoneCopycats@gmail.com or leave us a voicemail at 513-239-7682. Don't forget to check out Sinclarity Dinosaur's Tale every Friday. We'll be getting into season 4 soon. That's the last one. And until next time, I'm going to be Zach, and he will be
Castor Troy.